Cancer, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your February 2023 monthly check-in reading for you. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what major arcana needs to come out for the sign of Cancer? What do we need to know for you? My cat's attacking my door, so if you hear, banging around, it's probably her. So we have the Sun card coming out, and we have the High Priestess. So sudden clarity, sudden illumination right here. This is actually very good for you as well because it means that you're working on the positive polarity of the High Priestess. So you're working on an actual light message for yourself. So when I see the Sun card, it does represent a very happy outcome, but at the same time, it can also represent illumination, total clarity for you. Because when the Sun card comes out, the night goes away, you can see everything more clearly. So with the High Priestess, hindsight being 2020, looking at the positive end of the polarity, there is still some, darkness, because I believe it's not shown on this card right here, it's shown on the Rider-Waite card. One of the pillars, well, both of the pillars, they have different color lettering on them. So there's a B and a J. I think the white pillar has a black J on it, or a white J. So anyway. So sudden clarity, sudden illumination about something within your life, and it can make you very happy. Now, what do we need to know with this energy for Cancer? I'm going to be using the Revelations Tarot. This deck does have reversals in it. We have the Justice upright, we have the Lovers in reverse, and we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So here's the important message for you right here. You are going to have perfect understanding. There's perfect balance within a situation, okay? You understand this perversity of the Lovers. This is almost like double energy where there is a broken off connection. You're understanding why there is so much animosity towards something. Now, this isn't a love reading right here. This is just a general reading. When I see the Lovers card, though, it can represent interpersonal connections, so friends, family members, lovers, things of that nature, right? So what I'm seeing is that there is some sort of balance coming about to a situation that was broken apart. And you're going to have understanding as to why that is, and it's going to make you a little bit defensive with this Page of Wands. Usually the Page of Wands is pretty happy, focused on their wand, but when it's in reverse, the Page of Wands understands that the wand is a weapon and it can be used for harm. So, let's clarify this energy for you. I'm going to be using this deck. So you're going to be able to make a very balanced decision. Things are coming about in a very good manner, okay? So we have the Hanged Man in reverse, which is weird because I don't have reversals in this deck. Is this deck upside down? Okay, there's Lovers on the bottom. So the Hanged Man in reverse with the Lovers on the bottom. You understand something very clearly. You're seeing a connection for what it truly is. And I kind of feel like, in a way, you're happy that you're out of this connection, or you can break this connection off. I feel like you're finding your power to say no to something in a situation. It's like, I tried doing your message last night, but I was a little bit too tired, and I was like having a blank. You had the Devil, right? And the Devil was the cornerstone of your reading. With the Devil energy, it was almost like the Devil was offering you everything that you could want all at one time, but you understood it was from the Devil. Like, you have clarity and you understand that when things come towards you and they seem to be like pushed in your face, but at the same time, there is no logic behind it. For example, you're talking to someone and they say they've been single for 2 years, but when you go and you meet them, they say that, or they slip up and say they've only been single for 3 months. You automatically know that that person is a liar. It is what it is, right? And if you choose to get into a relationship with someone who lied about something so simple, I mean, even if they're everything that you want, that's on you. But you're seeing the red flags for what they are, and you have to push back against that. Like, you're having a lot of discernment right here. You're finding like those little lies people tell you, you're catching someone slip up in something. And when you catch them slip up, that's the problem. And you're understanding like all those slip ups, maybe you, because you're a loving sign, maybe at the same time you've been too catering to people's lies, to catering to people's red flags. And this could be in a work situation. For example, a company posts online, yeah, we're offering $25 an hour. But when you go to the actual interview, they say, yeah, we start everyone off at $12.50. And then you can work your way up to 25 after you've been with the company for so long. Well, obviously that's false advertisement. Like, they could have been real and upfront with you that it was $12.50. That's a shitty company to work for. Like, it is what it is, right? So you're having some sort of clarity. You understand something from a much higher perspective. You are no longer going to be blinded by those red flags. You have the Two of Wands because it allows you to put the wand down and just go for a new situation. I feel like that's something that you've been working for, is how do you drop situations and find new situations without feeling some sense of loss right here? Well, I don't think you have to feel it as a sense of loss. You have to feel it as, yeah, the devil does masquerade around as something, everything that I want, but it's not. It's a trick. And I feel like that's the enlightenment for you, and that helps you move forward in a more focused manner. It does make you more happy in the end because you're not being tricked. You're not constantly going back to these situations. Now, here's the thing. Beatrice, please stop. Beatrice. Here's the thing. I feel like someone is going to want to have a conversation with you about something, and maybe they don't slip up. Oh, there's the devil. Yep. The devil just came out like a... There it is. Someone's going to want to have a conversation with you, and you're going to have to listen, and it's connected with this Lovers in reverse, and as you can see right here, the devil is a perverse version of the Lovers, and you have the perverse version of the Lovers coming out upside down. So you're going to find, you know, a small little detail, and it catches someone off guard. It catches a slip up. Oh gosh, that Six of Swords fell on the ground. I'm not going to go and get that right now because I'm sitting in a different type of chair and I have to actually twist it around and like get down. So you have the Six of Swords. So you have a message coming with the devil. You're going to have a, you know, a communication. The devil's wanting to send you a message about this perverse version of the Lover. So I'm going to pull you one more card. You have the Sunlight coming out with the Temperance. But it allows you to have clarity about something. Maybe this is closure for you. Maybe you have to realize once a liar, always a liar. Maybe you want to give someone a second chance. And maybe that second chance is, for example, someone finally becomes single, right? I'm using love analogies because we do have a lot of, you know, this sunlight, lover's energy. So I'm going to use love analogies. It doesn't have to be in love. It can be in work, like I explained earlier. Someone's finally single and they want to talk to you. And maybe you wanted to be with this person. Maybe you just didn't feel comfortable, like the time wasn't right. And it's everyone that you, or everything you could have ever wanted, but you just catch so many red flags. And you're like, should I give this person a chance? Should I give this person a chance? No, because you know the red flags. You already, once a liar, always a liar kind of thing. So what's with this Page of Wands? You standing on guard? I kind of feel like you have that Queen of Cups energy, like you're just listening. You're allowing them to kind of like dig their own grave, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's really important for you, is to just listen, like engage in the conversation a little at a time. You have the Five of Cups coming out with the Three of Cups. So at the same time, I feel like someone just wants to have a new... I feel like their situation has fallen apart. Maybe it's a company that, you know, had to fire all their employees, or so many employees quit, and they're looking for a new connection. They're looking for a new source right here, and they're like, a sucker is born every minute. But with this Page of Wands, you're asking all the right questions. They feel like you're a sucker, right? But you have crystal clarity. You understand. You have to use your own words to get what you want in this situation. You're going to have to be like, well, online it said this. Or when they say, oh, I've only been single for, 3 months, you can say, oh, well, you told me you were single for a year, so what happened? What's going on? Did you date someone again? Like, poke and prod those situations and see if you can catch them in another lie, okay? You have the Knight of Cups coming out. You have the Three of Swords. Yeah, catching them. You have the Emperor coming out. So it's like you're using your own emotional manipulation tactics to dig deeper into this Three of Swords with this Emperor. You're trying to find the cracks in the faulty foundation within this Emperor. You are using emotional tactics to put pressure with the Three of Swords on this Emperor. Because if you can pressure point this right here, you can have this Emperor, you know, explain something to you. Explain the truth, tell you the truth. But I kind of feel like it's about, you know, you not using harsh energy, like you're blocked off with this Page of Wands. You understand it's a weapon, but you can weaponize your emotional energy, okay? And I'm not saying to like be a psychopath or a narcissist or anything like that, but you can be very cordial and very inviting to people, but at the same time be very, you know, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, could you explain that more to me? Like, you're not just going to be the chump in the situation, okay? You have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Three of Wands, and you have the Hierophant coming out. The Three of Pentacles is, I feel like with the three, people like your work. Maybe you've already sent out some of your work. This Hierophant is right here. They're admiring what you're doing. So I kind of feel like in this situation, this is about a job. The Three of Pentacles, people admire your work. They're watching you from afar. They're from a different organization. So here's the thing. Maybe you're being scouted out for your talent. I actually know some people who do that, right? So they go and they scout out people for talent. I mean, even recruiters do the same thing. And, you know, they're looking at you and saying, oh, I like your work, and they want to have a conversation with you, but I don't feel like they're being fully honest. And I feel like if honesty would be the best policy right here, Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, yeah, honesty would be the best policy. Because you're going to see the Ten of Swords. At the same time, people could be waiting for your defeat. People could be wanting to see you falter. So imagine this situation right here. Say, for instance, you have some malicious friends who don't really like you, and they're like, I've seen this done before, like on TikTok. People make videos about it. Not TikTok, but YouTube. They will find an overweight girl who doesn't really have a lot of self-confidence, and they will find a really attractive guy, and they will send that attractive guy to go and, you know, romance this girl to have sex with her, and then like barge in and like start recording them, like, and humiliate the girl. So be aware of people's malicious intentions. Once again, I'm not trying to make you paranoid about something. I just want you to understand people aren't nice, all right? You have the Six of Wands coming out, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like, in a way, people want to... Some people are waiting for your downfall. Other people are trying to connect to your victory. And I feel like that's what you need to start connecting to. You need to start connecting to the broad picture. Hard work breeds really good results with the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, it takes a long time to get to the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like taking things slowly is important. Understanding you have victory in working slowly. You will connect to things that are meant for you in a very methodical, very structured way within your life, okay? You have the Page of Wands, or King of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Wands, because that is how you balance things out with the Queen of Wands. You want someone who completely matches your energy right here. You want the feminine and the masculine polarities coming together. I feel like, in a way, because remember, the King of Wands and Queen of Wands don't really live in the same kingdom. They have to set times to go on dates. They have to set times to make love. They have to set times to, you know, work together. they have to each run their own different queendoms, right? And I feel like that's the victory right here, is you moving slowly with someone, you setting the times, you setting the dates, you having all the facts, because these two are not lying to one another. They are busy, they are hard workers, they are, you know, witches and magi at the same time, magicians. So they have their own work that they have to be doing. You have the Four of Cups, you have the Lovers, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. If you want to water the Lovers up right, it's going to take time. So if anything is coming into your life right here that seems really rushed, and it seems like it's coming with a lot of red flags, I wouldn't go after that. If someone seems that, you know, they're sent to scout out a situation, I feel like they're really just planning your demise. I feel like, you know, it's really just a Ten of Swords moment. They're just looking for someone who they can use to fulfill a certain obligation or a certain slot, humiliate them, whatever. I talked about this in Aries reading, you know, during the holiday seasons, like holiday rushes, or when a restaurant first opens, they will hire a minimal amount of staff. And this happened to me a long time ago. They will hire a minimal amount of staff and then have those waiters and waitresses work doubles and triples, right? And then eventually when the service starts to die down, because, you know, the restaurant loses its luster, it's no longer brand new, and new restaurant opens up on a different part of town, you know, they fire all their servers. So they got all that work, they worked you really hard, blah, blah, blah. And granted, you did get paid, whatever. Just don't think a lot of people were expecting that kind of workload for what it was. You have the Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, hard work, and that's your reward. You have a situation that's coming out for you. One is going to be really fast and one is going to be really slow. I feel like one is not going to be as exciting, but ultimately if you gave that one that is going really slow a chance, you'll feel that that is the most fulfilling. Maybe it's someone who you haven't really given a chance to, or you haven't seen in a long time. They want to take things slowly. That could really be beneficial for you. You're going to realize, hey, that's like the perfect match, but something is going to come in that wants to move really quickly and upset the scales and upset the balance. So you do have two types of lovers coming out. You have one that's negative, one that's positive, one that goes slowly. So you have two options, okay? So what do we need to know with the Spellcasting Oracle, Cancer? This is a very cut and dry reading for you. I'm really happy you had like something that wasn't convoluted. You have travel and strength. Here's the thing, I would meet this person halfway or allow them to travel to you. A lot of people, I've known people who do that. They get in relationships with people, or they start talking to them and the other person wants them to travel all the way to them, like 2 hours away. So when they do finally break up, you have to think about how much gas was spent to travel to them, how long, you know, you put your safety and your health on the line to make someone else happy. I feel like this is like meeting halfway, definitely like a very power couple. We have to make plans, we have to make decisions. We're going to, you know, text each other, or this situation could be in a work environment where they want a schedule. They want people to show up at this time. They are willing to pay you this amount of money. You are going to be on this salary. You're going to have this type of insurance. Like, it's all going to be up front. It's not going to be any type of, you know, mess or BS. You have Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. You have Night Song, hidden talents. So I feel like, you know, looking at how all things connect could be a hidden talent for you right here. I feel like that's something that's very important, is seeing how things work. Seeing how, you know, different connections work with different things. Maybe this person knows this person, but, you know, this person is toxic. So obviously the other person that they hang out with is probably toxic as well. So it's like seeing the connection in the world and using that sixth sense that Cancers have, all right? Using your own empathy and understanding that empathy can be used in multiple different ways. Empathy doesn't always have to be, you know, just connecting with someone to be an emotional support animal. It could be connecting with someone and matching the vibe, but also getting information out of them as well. So, and I kind of feel like that's what you're going to have to do. I'm not saying to weaponize your empathy and like take advantage of other people, but if someone, like, the situation seems shady, the one that seems to be moving really fast, like they just want to fill positions or they just want to, you know, to have a quick fling, it's okay. I would say to just get the information out and say, yeah, I see the red flags in that. Bye. You have persecution with the badger and nymph promiscuity. This could also be in a love situation. I wouldn't persecute yourself over something like this. If, for example, when people get rejected, they'll be like, oh, well, you're ugly anyway. Like, well, obviously they wanted to sleep with you, so you weren't. So that's the situation that you have to understand right there. A lot of people, when you turn them down because you caught them in a lie, they're immediately going to get, very angry with you and try to flip the table on you. So there might be some persecution because there's promiscuity involved. Don't let it get you down. Just be like, well, I'm glad I didn't get involved with that. That's that devil energy. Devils always persecute. Devils, want to have, the last laugh on a situation, right? So you have La Luna. Focus on your energy and be love in a situation. Focus on your own energy, all right? Connect with some people within your life who really want to see you succeed and thrive. So let's look at your rune cards. You have Nadha's need. Earthly meaning need, self-restraint, disappointment, avoidance of greed, patience, and simplification. Spiritual meaning is asceticism, transcendence, and the soul. So the soul does represent this sunlight energy that came out. So you have the sunlight twice. You have to have self-restraint from this devil energy because it will lead you into disappointment. Avoid trying to be greedy within a situation, because lust and greed kind of go hand in hand with one another. You see something and you have to have it, that's lust and greed at the same time. Especially if it's with the person. You see someone who's really attractive and you're like, I must have that person at all cost because you think that they're so beautiful. You're focusing on lust and greed at the same time. So let's look at this. You have Sawilu, strength, success in all ventures, good health, and speedy recovery. So focus on that thing that's very strong right here, those situations that are the Ten of Pentacles, okay? The Ten of Pentacles, it goes slowly. It's like strength energy. It takes a little bit of time. You're going to have to plan things out, I feel like this is a situation where you have two options that are available to you. It could just be one option, and maybe you put in some time and effort to, plan things out, and then ultimately it does end in disappointment because it has a lot of red flags. You catch the thing in a lie. You realize that it's all been one lie the whole time. However, I feel like, with the balance of the scales, there are two separate options. One is slow, one wants to move fast. One just kind of wants to use you and see your defeat and just kind of like whatever the situation is. But at the same time, with this Ten of Swords right here, I want to clarify that one more time. You have Judgment and you have the Five of Swords. Just understand that something wants to have the last laugh over you, so it can cause the Ten of Swords because someone wants to watch the Ten of Swords happen to you. So I kind of feel like, once again, it's like, those companies that move really fast and they burn through employees, they're like, well, just hire a bunch of, teenagers. They're kind of stupid. They're going to be okay with, $7.50 an hour, $7.25, whatever the situation is. And maybe you're not a kid, but I kind of feel like there's one thing, like if you go all the way up to the top of the hierophant, there's a really shitty boss who thinks they can take advantage of people, okay? So anyway, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, wait, I didn't get you your, did I get these? Oh, I did. Let me get you one more. I feel like I have to get you one more for something. Okay, that wants to fall. Hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. So I feel like there is one situation that is slow burning, because remember, a hearth heats up and heats the home. But it heats up at a slowly over time, right? And it's made out of usually like very thick wood or very, what's the word? A fireplace made out of brick. So stone masonry. So, it heats up and it heats the home over a period of time. I feel like there is something that, is going to be very slow moving, but it heats up and it has that intensity, and it's just very warm because, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands are being very empathetic. There's the Six of Pentacles. They're being handed, this pentacle to one another. So that is a match made, properly. So anyway, be very careful right here. Just, you see the red flags, walk away from them. You catch something in a lie, walk away from it. You don't want that disappointment. Yeah, it might hurt when you're walking away from it and you say, oh, no, thank you, or you have to, just break it off or block the person. Whatever the situation is, it's just a lot better in the long run, okay? Facing that Ten of Swords, it's not that big of a deal. You'll get over it within a couple of days, maybe a week, all right? So anyway, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll talk to you later.